Hi, I'm Antonio Paterick, and I chose the book Comeback because the title seemed really interesting to me and made me want to get into the book and read it to see what goes on. And I think the book will be about a little girl who gets kidnapped, and her mother has to search the country, maybe even out of the country, for her daughter. And the thing I'm looking forward to most is probably the group meetings because it's going to be interesting to see what people bring to the table.
Hi, my name's Isabel, and I chose the book Come Back because I feel that I could relate more to the character since it's from a daughter and a mother's perspective, and since I'm a daughter, I feel that I could relate more from those characters' points of view. I anticipate that the book will be about, obviously, a daughter who goes on the wrong path and that her mom is trying to bring her back to the normal child that she once was. I am excited to see the different points of views from the story because it does say that it's from the mother and the daughter's point of view. So I'm excited to see like what the daughter was thinking and feeling and going through, and then the mother, like we never know what's going on in our mother's heads, and it'll be interesting to like see from a mother's point of view. I really hope this is a good book, and I am hoping that there is a good ending. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Alexis Olive, and the book we chose was Come Back by Mia and Claire Fontaine. The book is apparently about a journey with the mother and daughters through hell and back, and the reason we chose this book is because the girls in our group thought we had a better connection to the story, and I anticipate the book will be about how she goes off the rails, I guess, like gets into whatever, and somehow they seem to work things out. Hence the word come back for the title.
This is my pre-reading video about the book Come Back. I'm really excited to read it, and I'm glad that my group chose this book. I think that it will be cool to see both sides of the story, how the mom felt, how the daughter felt, and everything that happened. I'm not exactly sure what this book is about yet because it sounds like a kidnapping, but then it also sounds like someone ran away from home. I don't really know. That's why I'm going to read it and find out.
Which side of the story do you find more interesting, Mia's or Claire's?
As of now, I feel like Claire's gives more information than Mia's yet. Claire talks more than Mia does. That's what I feel like.
Mia's more interesting.
Yeah, Mia's is a lot
I'd
more
have to
interesting.
agree, just like her story going into
Okay.
it is just...
So, in the beginning, like, she said, Claire was like, we're in a plane going to Austria, and she said all this stuff about Mia, and we had no idea, like, what she was talking about. How did you guys feel about that?
I was honestly really confused about it until like later she started saying stuff about it, you know what I mean?
It made me want to keep reading more.
Like, I needed to know what she did because we had, like, no information on what she did at that point.
Exactly.
If you guys were in Mia's shoes, how would you guys react to being taken to a foreign country and knowing that you would stay there?
I would hate my parents probably because I'm already under the influence of drugs and stuff, so I'd be like crazy.
I'd probably try running away.
Well, I would
She
do.
did several times.
Yeah, don't blame her. Probably would have been
I
the
would
same.
be really mad.
I would like.
'Cause, how did you guys think that the seminars worked when you went from kids with closed minds to them like laying on the ground crying, opened up, feeling better?
I thought that it was really powerful because it made them get like deep into their emotions and really realize what was going on in their lives.
Yeah, and after a while they start breaking down.
And I believe that it takes like something very traumatic in their life and brings it back to them. If Nick went to therapy, do you think Mia would be better off?
Yeah, because I
Definitely.
think it would have made her realize that Nick felt responsible for what he did.
And like she would realize that he'd regret it and want to be a part of her life.
I don't think so, because it still happened. I mean,
Well, she talks about a lot how she feels like Nick doesn't even care and he just went off and had kids with another person and he doesn't even admit to even doing it.
you do have a point.
Do you think that at any time and point that the staff abused the kids in any way?
I don't think
No.
so.
No,
Whatever
never.
they did helped them.
Made them cry. Did you guys think that Nick's punishment was enough or that they left him off the hook easy?
Left him off easy. He took advantage of his own kid.
When she was 3, not even enough to fend for herself.
The only reason the punishment wasn't worse was because it was
a long time ago.
That's true. They didn't act
Back in
upon
the
it
olden
fast enough.
days. I guess you're right, but he still doesn't deserve to do that and not do it, like have to do anything for it. Do you think Mia receiving the case files gave her the closure she wanted?
No. I don't think it helped her at all.
I feel like it wasn't enough. Like, it's just reading things. It didn't really help in any way with her situation.
I feel like once they cleared out his pension, it gave her closure.
A little bit, yeah.
You don't think
I
so?
don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think the book somehow changed you in some way?
I feel like it did open my mind up a lot, like how much we make our parents go through and we don't know what they're thinking or feeling. So I guess it makes me like be a better person.
I really appreciate my parents more.
I won't run away.
I will not disobey like that. That's
I won't
not
go
right.
to Morova. I won't go to Czech Republic.
I understand why.
No.
My overall reaction to the book Comeback was very surprised at how much I would end up actually liking the book. My favorite part was Mia's whole dialogue. It was just very interesting to me. My least favorite would have to be in the middle of the story, Claire's. It was very bland, uninteresting. The most difficult part of reading the book was learning about Mia's drug problems because I can relate to that with one of my family members. And my prediction about the book was
My
incorrect.
overall reaction to the book was that it was long because it did have 36 chapters, but it did have a lot of information that we needed to like know to get a feel for the characters and their situations that they were going in. My favorite part was when they were in Morava and they were doing the discovery program, and they really made the kids dig up and like understand what was they were feeling towards the parents and how miserable they were, because Maya started crying and she never cried, and that helped her understand that she bubbled herself in and she had all these emotions that she never let out. I was kind of correct on my anticipation because I did say that like a daughter that went through a rough path, but there was so much more that I did not even see coming. Overall, I really did like the book. I preferred Maya's point of view because, like I said, she's like a daughter around the same age that I am now when she went through this, and I feel like I could relate more. I really liked the book.
After reading Comeback, I really liked the book. I was open up to nonfiction, which I normally do not read. I personally liked that there was two different points of views to understand what was really going on in the story and get both parts, which if you only know one side, that's not really the whole thing. And yeah, it was really good, and it helped me understand what people go through in life.
This is my post-reading video about the book Comeback, and it was a kind of long book, 36 chapters in it, but I thought it was a really good book and it was really interesting. I liked how it switched off between the mother and the daughter's points of views. It was really cool to see what they were thinking and how they felt about the situation. However, I thought it was kind of hard to distinguish the difference in the beginning because whenever Mia was writing, it was italicized, but they didn't say anything about that. Mia didn't say like, I'm Mia. I was really confused in the beginning. I couldn't figure out why it was italicized, and then later I caught on to it. But I thought it was a really meaningful book. I think it really shows how rape and drugs and traumatic events in the beginning of your life can affect you lifelong, and I really recommend this book. It was fun to read.